your hands on my body and told me, you told me you were ready for the big one, for the big jump. I'd be your last love, everlasting, you and me. That was what you told me. I'm giving you up, I'm forgiving it all. You set me free. Send my love to your new lover. Treat her better. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. Send my love to your new lover. Treat her better. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. I was too strong, you were trembling, you couldn't handle the hot heat rising. Baby, I'm still rising. I was running, you were walking, you couldn't keep up, you were falling down. There's only one way down. I'm giving you up, I'm forgiving it all. You set me free. Send my love to your new lover. Treat her better. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. Send my love to your new lover. Treat her better. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. If you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, if you're ready, we both know we ain't kids no more. No, we ain't kids no more. I'm giving you up, I've forgiven it all. You set me free. Send my love to your new lover. Treat her better. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. Send my love to your new lover. Treat her better. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. If you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready, I'm ready. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. If you're ready, if you're ready, if you're ready, I'm ready. Gotta let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more.
Hi, good evening everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Just confirming, we're trying to just get started on all of our platforms so I can share information on our PEP preparation program and you can get to know more about what's going on at Mantock's Guide. So thank you for joining us, thank you for coming early, and hopefully we'll get all of your questions answered in our session today. So today's session is about learning more about our programs, getting to know more about what the PEP exam is about, and how you can get enrolled in the #1 online PEP preparation program. So I am Jillian Jackson. Welcome again. We're streaming live on Instagram, TikTok, and we're also trying to get the Twitter Spaces started. Is it going now? Yeah, so we're getting started on all 3 of those platforms, so persons have more than one way that if they're not on one, they can join on the other. I'm the COO of Intellect Systems, and Intellect Systems is the company that runs Mantock's Guide and Extra Academy. So Mantock's Guide is our programs for grade 4 to 6. Extra Academy is our programs for grade 7 to 9, but we have something in store. I'll share with you a little bit later on how we're going to expand that program. And so I'm excited to guide you through all the ways we are helping our students succeed in the PEP exams and beyond. So, you know, the PEP results were released last week, and we've been getting the excited parents replying to us and saying, you know, my son passed for this school, my daughter passed for that school, and everybody passed for their, well, not everybody, but a lot of people passed for their first choice or first to third choice. So we got some really good success stories in these exams, but we wait until we get the scholarship information to share how our students did on the PEP exams. So that comes in August, but we can talk about what we've done in past years and how successful our program has been. So whether you are a returning parent or you're exploring with us for the first time, tonight is all about giving you the tools, the answers, and the confidence to help your child to thrive. So for those of you who are joining and hearing about Mantock's guide for the first time, let me tell you a little bit about it. So I would say we're Jamaica's leading online PEP preparation program. We support students in grades 4, 5, and 6. So that's Mantock's guide. The logo that you're seeing here, you should be seeing it on the screen as well. We support students in grades 4, 5, and 6 who are preparing for high school entrance exams. And I say it that way because right now they're called PEP exams. Before, they used to be called the GSAT exams. Who remembers GSAT? Do we have any GSAT persons online? You can give me a wave if you are a GSAT baby. I myself, though, am a common entrance baby. Have you guys ever heard of common entrance? So the experience that we have had is in preparing students with all of these exams. And so we've had years and years of experience in helping students to prepare for their high school entrance exam. And PEP, which came around in 2019, is what we focus on right now. So before we focus on grade 6 because that's where the students did the exams, but PEP starts from grade 4 now. So we're doing grade 4, 5, and 6. So the program was created by Yuli Mantock, and I'm going to ask my team to help me to share the screen with Mrs. Mantock's beautiful picture so you can see her. She is the brainchild behind the PEP preparation course, Mantock's Guide. She was formerly a teacher at St. Richard's. She's now focused on her program, her Mantock's Guide program. And she's also the coach of St. Richard's quiz team. And as many of you may know, they got to the finals, the finals of Schools Challenge quiz last year. So she's an excellent teacher, to put it mildly, an award-winning teacher. She's a champion math coach. She's a published editor and author. So Mrs. Mantock is very experienced. She has used her experience to guide and design Mantock's Guide that delivers the tools, the structures, and the support students need to thrive, especially in this high-stakes PEP environment. You know, the PEP environment is very competitive right now. So Mrs. Mantock is the brainchild behind that. So it's driven by her belief that every child can succeed with the right guidance. And so we are here to give you the guidance and give you the tools to be able to succeed in the exam. So through Mantock's Guide, she has helped thousands of students across Jamaica. So she's been doing this for a while. So thousands is correct, across Jamaica, unlock their full potential and gain access to the top high schools island-wide. And the top high schools means first choice, second choice, third choice. So we have students across the island. Right now, because we're now digital, we've been able to expand. We had a lot of students in Montego Bay, even Westmoreland, and we even have students who are abroad. They live abroad and they want to be able to access the Jamaican curriculum, and because we're offering this excellent platform, they're able to do so easily. So I know there are other programs out there, but I want to talk about what sets us apart as Mantock's Guide and what we have to offer to deliver the best program for online PEP preparation. So what do we offer? We offer online weekly classes, and those online weekly classes, we have expert teachers, Mrs. Mantock being one of them. We also have Mr. Mantock. He is our math teacher as well. He will support Mrs. Mantock in September when we have an additional class for grade 6 and grade 5. Mr. Mantock jumps in and he teaches that extra free class. It's free. It's in the week and on a Wednesday for grade 6 and on a Tuesday for grade 5. And he supports Mrs. Mantock in giving the students who are a bit behind or not as strong in math, helping them to pull them up and give them the one more intimate attention that they need. So that's what he supports with. And we also have Miss Mantock. So Miss Mantock is on my screen. I hope you're seeing her. She's on the left. I see some questions coming in. I'll answer them in a bit, but I want the team to just keep a track of them so that I can answer them in a few seconds. So team, make sure you write down the questions so we can get to them. So Miss Mantock is on the left, and she is the science teacher for grade 5 and grade 6, and she's also responsible for any worksheet reviews and anything that is teacher graded. So Mrs. Mantock will cover all the other subjects, including mathematics. So mathematics, language arts, social studies, the performance tasks, and the ability. So she covers all subjects that are required for PEP preparation. Oh, I'm sorry, my Instagram family, I'm so sorry. You're not able to see the screen. Agreed. We're not able to do that yet with our current setup. So the persons on TikTok are able to see it. So if you're on TikTok, I suggest you migrate over there so you can see the screen. But if not, I will, it's in, if you sign up, the presentation that I'm showing on the screen now, it's actually in the portal. Once you sign up, it's there. You can see it, it's available, and you can see all of the content on the, it's an orientation presentation to get you familiar with the program. So I apologize about not being able to see it, but we're going to post a video on YouTube when we're done, so you can access all of the content there, all of what I'm talking about, including the graphics. So Mr. Mantock, Miss Mantock, and Mrs. Mantock are the trio that teach grade 5 and grade 6. So Mr. Mantock jumps in September, and I want you guys to focus on what I'm saying, because remember there are going to be some giveaways at the end. We're giving away some access to a special grade 4, special grade 5, and special grade 6 student whose parent is on now, or if you're on now, and there's some giveaway questions, so make sure you pay attention to what I'm saying, because we're going to have that at the end, alright? Okay, I see some comments here. My daughter says Miss Mantock was her favorite teacher. That is so lovely. That's so nice. So yeah, she's an awesome teacher. And so when we begin those special classes in September, grade 6 will have 3 classes, grade 5 will have 2 classes. Grade 4 now, grade 4 is taught by Mrs. Wedderburn and Mrs. Jackson Walters. They have 2 classes. One is a Saturday and one is a Sunday, and they are on the screen for those who are on the TikTok. So Mrs. Mantock is supported by a team of educators, software developers, and content creators, as well as administrators. And administrators are the ones who set up this lovely live for you, so I want to big them up. They're here in the room. They are an awesome team. We have an awesome team of smart, energetic, and brilliant young people and experienced teachers that come, and we come together and we form this awesome platform that's delivering the top students in Jamaica. I see a comment here. Mr. Mantock is an amazing gentleman. He did very well with grade 5 classes. Oh, he would love to hear that. So thank you so much, kind parent, for that for those encouraging words. All right. So as I mentioned, so those are that's our structure. We have grade 5 on a Saturday. And the question that I saw in the chat earlier is, why is grade 5 only on a Saturday? Unfortunately, because we're an extra lessons program, we're competing with school. So we want to be a supplement to school. We're not replacing school. And so we have to do our program outside of school hours and on the weekend. So we have grade 6, and Mrs. Mantock is the one that leads grade 5 and grade 6. So she teaches grade 6 on a Friday and a Saturday in the evening. So grade 5 is only on a Saturday morning. And then we have grade 4 on a Sunday. So that's how we're structured right now. And maybe we can adjust in the future, but that's the program structure right now. We're focused on grade 5 on a Saturday morning. And remember, all of the classes are recorded. That's where I was going to next. So you have 24/7 access to our portal where students and parents can view all the lessons, the quizzes, and did I mention before? I did mention that all of our classes are recorded. So if you miss a class, that's okay. You can go back, watch the recording, and then if you have any questions, our WhatsApp line, we have our administrative team, as I mentioned, is so awesome. They answer our WhatsApp line if you have any questions, and if there's something that they can't manage, they will send it to the relevant teachers for each of the classes to get you a response ASAPly. So I want you guys to know that you're in good hands. If you miss a class, or if you want to review a topic that was taught before, we are giving you all the resources you need. It's just that there will be required on your part some structure to be able to go through all the material, because I mean the feedback we got is that sometimes it can be a lot of material, but if you can get through all the material, you will be in a position to be successful. So what else do we offer now? Instant grading on tests, quizzes, and worksheets. So we do in-class tests sometimes. Sometimes we'll post the test outside of class hours and tell the students to log in and complete the test. All of those tests that are not performance tasks are graded automatically. The performance tasks, we have a teacher that will go in and mark them, but all the multiple choice worksheets, multiple choice fill in the blank, I think we have matching, we have other question types, all of those can be automatically graded. And of course, we integrate past paper type questions. Sometimes you'll see close to past paper questions, but we use the past paper question format to come up with our own question bank. So we have a large question bank of questions in our test preparation material that can help you to be on top. And when the students get to the exam, they're like, oh, I saw something like this on Mantock's guide. We hear that every year. I already saw something like this. So they have the access to the materials and the questions that they are likely to get the format for in the exam. So everybody looking okay? So we focus on developing real skills and critical thinking and problem solving, not just rote memorization. We want you to figure out how to come to the answer by developing the tools to help critical thinking. And again, we cover all the subjects. We cover math, language, art, social studies, science, ability, and we do performance tasks as well. So if that has not convinced you, let me tell you about this year's PEP passes. So we've had students in the top percentiles that have gotten placed in their top schools. We have Campion, Immaculate, we have York Castle, St. Andrews High, Wilmot, Ireland. We have students who have placed in all the top traditional schools, as well as first to third choice. And last year, in terms of scholarships, I don't have it nearby, every year we have at least a cohort of 6 or more government scholars that have been on our program. Do I have it up here? I don't have it right here. But I can share it shortly. I'll ask the team to bring it up on the specific numbers. But last year we had about 6 government scholars and then at least 5 other types of scholarships. We also send out information to parents on the scholarships that they can apply for. So we have every year. Last year we also had the top girl in the country. She was on our program at some point. And 2 years ago also we had the top girl in Jamaica who was using our program to supplement her learning. So we have had tremendous success in delivering on the top results, and the feedback from our parents has been overwhelmingly supportive and strong, that they are happy they found our program. It's so convenient for them. They can log in and get our worksheets. The time for grade 5 on Saturday, I see a question in the chat, it is at 10:30 a.m. on a Saturday, and it lasts until 1:30 p.m. and they do get a brief lunch break. Alright, so if you like what you hear, you can sign up right now on our website. I'll drop the link in the chat. It's www.mantocksguide.com, and if you're here on any of our programs, you should be able to access the link in the bio. And you'll be able to click register, and you can, if you have not registered already. So if you are on this live and you are already on the program, welcome, hi. Don't register again. We will use your existing registration, no matter how long ago it was. We can find it and we can ensure that you're enrolled in the right class. So you can reach out to us on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp line is 280-0002, and that's 876-280-0002. And we can get you going if you have previously registered. If you're new, just hop on to the website mantocksky.com and you can get access to the top online learning program in Jamaica. Parents have demonstrated to us that their children's confidence, their attitude, their academic skills have improved significantly, even if they started off in an area of uncertainty. I see the comments here, all right, with more interactive sessions. So our Wednesday and Tuesday class is designed to be more interactive. We're also trying to integrate some things like Kahoot into this year's program so that the kids have a way to interact a little bit more. So thank you for the feedback, and we're continuously trying to improve on what we deliver to our learning community. We also have high school math classes. I mentioned that before. Our program is Extra Academy, and we offer grades 7 to 9 right now, but we're revamping a little bit to deliver a CXE preparation course, primarily with grade 10 and 11, the 10 and 11 syllabus to prepare students for high school. So that will be available starting September. We're doing the prep work now to get that CXE preparation course for math out, so that students who join can take the CXE exam no matter when they want to take it. If they want to take it in grade 8, grade 9, they can join our CXE preparation program and be in a position to be able to take the exam at the end of our 2-year program. So that's something that we have up our sleeve that we're going to launch hopefully by September. So look out for that. But right now we also have grade 7 to 9 CXE math classes that start in July. So we actually start with 8 and 9 in July. Grade 7 will resume in September, and then we're also going to offer the CXE math preparation course. Our teacher, Mr. Mantock, is one of our teachers there, and we have Mrs. Abdullah, who teaches grade 8. Mr. Mantock teaches grade 7. Mrs. Abdullah teaches grade 8, and we have our new teacher, Mr. Lewis, who is awesome. He teaches grade 9. And to register for that, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It's extraacademy.com. 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 And that's for high school math classes. And we have some of the most awesome math teachers. So now it is your turn. Drop any questions that you may have in the chat, and I will do my best to answer as many as possible. I wanted to share a little screen with the portal. I don't know if you can bring, for those who are on TikTok, I'm going to try to share a screen of what the portal looks like. I see some questions here. So let me jump into a few of them. What time does grade 6 classes start on a Saturday? So grade 6 starts at 4 p.m. in July. But when when things start to intensify and when students are a little bit more comfortable, we'll shift that time to 3 p.m. So we'll start an hour earlier. And that hour is when we do a lot of revision work. We'll look back at, like Mrs. Mantock will go over things that have been posted on the portal, like worksheets. And then we'll begin teaching at 4 o'clock. That's typically the structure of the program. So we start at 4 for now, and we will eventually shift it to 3. The Tuesday and Wednesday class is for grade 5 also. So the Tuesday class is for grade 5, and the Wednesday class will be for grade 6, and those classes start at 5 p.m. When does grade 6 begin? Grade 6 starts this Friday, July the 4th is our first class. And as I mentioned, if you're not ready yet, I know school just finished. My kids are actually still in school. They have school on Friday, July the 4th. So I understand. So if you want to take a little bit of a breather, remember all our classes are recorded. Our first class is where we're setting the framework. We begin the grade 6 syllabus on July. Sorry about that. Remember, everything that we do on the portal, it is recorded. So if you missed that first class for whatever reason, or if you missed any class, you can go back and see what it is that we covered, and we post all the material. So in the class, we'll go through a lesson, and then we post the lesson on the portal so that the students have access to exactly what was taught in the class, and they can go through it themselves, and they can answer the activities that are in there. Each lesson comes with activities, so you can answer the activities in here. Okay, so the next question, what time does grade 6 class start on a Saturday? I think that was a repeated question. When PEP class starts for grade 6? Grade 6 starts on July the 4th. I see some questions here on Instagram. I don't know if I have any over by X, so I'll check in a bit. Are breaks given during the class? Absolutely. Breaks are given during the class. We have a 15-minute break for every hour. So a 10 to 15-minute break for every hour. So every hour of the class, there is a break. We don't go more than an hour without giving a break. And what's the cost for PEP grade 6? The cost is $13,800 for the month, and we have a term rate as well. And that $13,800 gives you access to the classes, all the worksheets, the online portal, and everything that you will need to cover on all the content. So if you join in August or if you join in September, you'll get all the content that we have covered from the beginning of the program. Apart from August, the monthly cost remains the same. Yes, with the exception of December, we have a discount in December typically, but the cost remains the same generally, other than August. August, we have a discount. It's 50% off in August because we don't have any live classes in August except for one. We have a math marathon for grades 5 and 6. But other than the math marathon, we don't have any classes in August, but you can still access the content that we posted in July, so the recordings, etc. So we'll give you access to the portal at a discount of 50%, and that will include access to our one live class, which is the math marathon. For grades 5 and 6, that's 5 and 6 only. Why don't we cater? Right, so in terms of the Saturday classes, thanks for that very important question. The Saturday classes, as I mentioned, because of the fact that we have grade 4 on a Sunday, grade 6 on a Friday, and we're a extra lessons program. So we do have a lot of Seventh-day Adventists on our program. We've had many in the past, and what they do is that they access the recording, and if there's any questions, and they access the Tuesday and Wednesday class, and then if they have any questions, they will reach out to us on WhatsApp. But most times the material is pretty self-explanatory, and when you watch the recording, and if they go through the recording, they'll be able to get access to the answers that they need. And if there's anything that's they're really struggling with, they'll be happy to reach out to the teachers, and their teachers will help them. And if you're seeing our screen on TikTok, that's what the portal looks like, where we have different activity types. We have lessons, we have the class recordings, we have worksheets. This is the timeline view where we show everything in the order in which it should be completed. Do we offer content only option? It's not available right now. We've been looking into it, but unfortunately it's not available. So once you sign up, you do get access to the live classes. We haven't done the segmentation of this content only and live classes. I know it's in the works, but it's not available yet. When are the recordings posted? Isn't it after all the July sessions versus weekly? No, all the recordings are posted within 2 to 3 days of class. So once the class ends, the recording is posted within 2 to 3 days after, because we have to do some editing, but usually by 2 days after. Alright, let me take some questions over by TikTok now. The content posted in August is a repeat of what is taught in July. No, we post new content in August as well. So we do a lot of practice content that are building on the topics that were taught in July and giving a practice for ability, vocabulary, things like that. That is not necessarily something that was taught in grade 5, but the children have to know, like multiplication. We're not necessarily teaching multiplication, but knowing your times table is a foundation to being able to be successful in the math exam. So we'll do practice in August that is building on skills that they should already have in areas like ability, grammar, multiplication, phonics, things like that they would have been taught before, but we need to ensure that those skills are still being covered. So we post new material in August. It's not just a repeat of what is in July. We post new material in August, leading up to the math marathon for grades 5 and 6. My apologies, we don't have a math marathon for grade 4, but we have one for grade 5 and 6. So it's new material in August as well. So the 50% off gives you access to that new material also. And okay, let me back over on Instagram. Do we when okay, we missed the Saturday classes. Not sure. Well, Saturday, all the classes are recorded if you miss it. Are the individual subject teachers for each? Are there individual subject teachers for each subject offered? So Mrs. Mantock, as I mentioned, for grades 5 and 6 teaches all the subjects except for science. Miss Mantock teaches science. So Mrs. Mantock teaches social studies, and I don't know if you guys have your social studies textbook for those in grade 4, 5, and 6. If you pick up your social studies textbook, you should see Mrs. Mantock's name on the front. Sorry, I have a little frog in my throat. So Mrs. Mantock's name is at the front of your grade 4, 5, and 6 social studies textbook. She's the author of that book. So she teaches social studies, and she also teaches math, ability, and she also teaches performance task and language arts. So that's grade 5 and grade 6. Grade 4, we have Mrs. Jackson Walters. She teaches science and math, and then Mrs. Wedderburn teaches social studies and language arts for grade 4. Are there any plans to do face-to-face sessions? We don't have any plans to do that right now. That may change in the future, but right now we're fully online. What methods do you use to evaluate each child's progress and readiness in specific areas? Excellent question. So we send reports out after the children do their tests, and we have tests at least 2 a term. After they do the tests, we send reports out, but we also give you access to the portal so that you can see any areas where the child is not performing. So the reports that we send out, I don't know if we can bring up one now. Do I have one nearby? It's okay. The reports show what the student's grade is and how they're performing in relation to the rest of the class. The math class that I mentioned that will start in September, we will identify students who are not doing as well in math and promote that class to them specifically, although all are welcome to join. The students that we really want to join that class are the students who we have identified that are not as strong in the area of math. So we do a diagnostic test as well. So grade 4, you should be able to log into your portal and see the diagnostic test maybe by tomorrow. I'll ask them to double check that it's up, but there's a diagnostic test for grade 4 that we ask you to complete as soon as you sign up and log in at the beginning of the year, so that we can do an assessment on what the if there's any gaps with the students from grade 3. I had asked earlier about got kicked out. Will there be any changes to reflect the ministry's intention to add numeracy and literacy assessments for grade 6 next year? I'm going to have to deflect that specific question to Mrs. Mantock when I speak with her again, and I'll send something out. But of course, if there's a change in the PEP syllabus, we're on it. We're on top of it. Okay, we've been doing this for many years, and we keep abreast of everything going on with PEP and what is we have all the past papers. We understand what's happening with the exam. So if it's PEP prep, if it's PEP related, I would say that we're on top of it. But what specific changes that we'll adopt, I can't say just yet. And the ministry would have to give out guidelines on that as well. So we await those guidelines to be able to determine what changes we are going to make specifically. Are we able to get feedback prior to the report by speaking to the teachers? So you can reach out to our admin team if you want feedback. We can log into the portal and look at how the student is performing on the back end at any time. So if you want to get a quick view, we can share that with you ahead of the report. That's no problem. I see I'm back over on, let me see if there's anything on X. Is there anything on X, guys? Anybody seeing any questions on X? I'm not seeing any. Alright, so not seeing any. So let me go over to TikTok. What's the duration of each class? Very good question. So grade 4 is 2 hours on a Saturday and 2 hours on a Sunday. So 4 hours in total. Grade 5 is 3 hours in total on a Saturday. When we add the Tuesday class, that will be, call it 1.5 extra hours. Sometimes it's 1 hour, sometimes it goes up to 1.5 hours. So we'll say, to be safe, 1.5 extra hours for grade 5 on a Tuesday, but that doesn't begin until September, the Christmas term. And so grade 6 now, grade 6 is 2 hours on a Friday and 2 hours on a Saturday to start with, but grade 6 is where we put in the most work. So grade 6 will increase to 3 hours on a Saturday, so 2 hours on a Friday, 3 hours on a Saturday in September, and then we'll have the Wednesday class, so 2 more hours. And we also sometimes do an extra hour on a Friday when ability preparation intensifies. So when we're preparing for, that's the first exam, it's the most heavily weighted exam. A lot of parents will realize that ability is actually the most heavily weighted single exam. So when we start the ability prep, we intensify the ability work, and we'll have an extra hour. We do an ability test every week leading up to the exam. So starting in about November, we'll do weekly tests. We'll do up to 40 ability tests by the time the exam comes around, 40. So ability, we would do heavy work on that starting in about November, December, because that's the first exam. That's in grade 6, that's in February. So we extend the class time and the cost does not change. I know that was the next question. When we have these extended class times, you have to pay more money? No. The cost remains the same. We do this so that we want to ensure that you have the best preparation possible for the exam. So we ensure if we need to give you extra time to ensure that happens, we will give you that extra time. Alright, do the students get break and lunch during the session? For grade 5, yes, definitely they get lunch break because it falls during the lunch time. For grade 4, they do get a break in between. As I mentioned, every hour they get a break. We don't go more than an hour of teaching directly. We'll give a break after every hour. Does the monthly fee cover all the subjects? It covers everything I just mentioned. So it covers access to every subject: math, ability, language, performance task, social studies. Did I mention any? Did I say language? Okay. It covers all the subjects. So the $13,800 for grade 6 for the month. Okay, that's how much a week. A little bit of money for the week. And it covers all of those subjects. And you get access to it anytime you want. Anytime you want. So if you're in your bed sleeping and you say, boy, there's a math problem that's bothering me, you can log on and say factors. Log on and search for factors, and you find factors, and you look at the factors presentation, and you can rest assured after that you've reviewed that presentation that you've covered factors. And this is for the students now. So what I encourage is the parent to do is to set a schedule. So this is Mantock's guide time. So we put up a lot of work in between the classes. So you can't just come to the class alone. That's not going to help you. That's not going to get you anywhere. You have to do the work. You have to do the worksheets. We put up a lot of worksheets. You have to do the worksheets. You have to do the tests. And you have to review the reports and see how you're performing and pull up where you know that you're struggling. I have a friend who, he comes to me and he said, every day he comes and says, Jillian, I'm so grateful for Mantock's guide. I'm so grateful. His son was in grade 4. And he said, what he did, he goes on Mantock's guide and he learned the topic first. So he goes and he learns factors, or he goes and he learns the social studies topic. And he goes and reads all of the material, and then the next day, he and his son sit down and they prepare together. They review together, and the son goes through. But he already learned it the day before because he went and learned it by himself. And now he and his son can go through it together. And he's really grateful for that. Alright, yes, so the monthly fee does cover all of the subjects. How many students per class? So it depends on the class. Grade 6 is the largest class, of course. Grade 5, second largest. Grade 4, the smallest out of those 3. But how the classes work is that we use Zoom webinar, so the children can't see each other. They can only interact with the teacher. So the teacher will ask students questions, and only the teacher is going to see their answer. It helps us to, because we have such a short space of time, it helps the students and teachers to stay focused. But we do ask the students to type any questions they have, and for grade 4 only, they are allowed to unmute their mic and ask questions. But grade 5 and 6, because it's a little bit more intense, we don't allow them to unmute their mic. They can only type in the chat. So it helps to limit the disruptions in the class. Do you cover the entire grade 5 syllabus? Yes, we cover the entire syllabus, but remember our program is supplemental to what they're learning in class. We only have 3 hours for the week, and in school they're at school for what, 8 times 5 or 6 times 5, 30 hours for the week. We only have them for 3. So we do what we can in those 3 hours, but the beauty, as I mentioned, you have the content. You can go back to it, you can review it, you can watch it over, you can read it over. And Mrs. Mantock, as I mentioned, is the author of the social studies textbook. So we'll give you activities and worksheets to help the things to be committed to the student's memory as much as possible. For grade 4, does the curriculum start from July or September? We are starting all the curricula. We're starting, I'm not the English teacher, I'm so sorry. We're starting all of them from July. We start this weekend for every grade. Grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6. So if you're in grade 3 now or you just finished grade 3, now is your time to register to start the grade 4 syllabus. We do this so that the students can be ahead of what is being taught in school. We want them to be ahead of what is being taught in school. So when they teach it in school, they're like, oh, I already learned that on Mantock's guide. I already know that. I did that on Mantock's guide. And it helps them to reinforce the information. So we're typically ahead of school. So that's why we start in July. We start earlier. What's the cost? I'm going to ask the team to just bring up this. There's a slide in the presentation that has the cost on the screen. You can bring up that slide now. Grade 4 is grade 6 is 13,800, grade 4 is 13,225, and grade 5, since it's fewer hours, is 12,665. Wait, let's go back a little bit. Let me just talk quickly about this, and then we can bring up the cost. The PEP exams. So many of you may be wondering, what are these PEP exams? I've never heard about this, especially the grade 4 parents. This is brand new to you. The PEP exams are combined with they have different components. So grade 6 has curriculum-based tests, ability, and performance tasks. Grade 5 has performance tasks. Grade 4 has performance tasks. And you're like, what is this performance task business? We never had that in common entrance. No, we did not. We didn't have any performance tasks. So what is this that they're talking about? Performance task is a critical thinking exercise that gives the students problems that they need to solve. An example of this performance task, let me think of one off the top of my head. Randy is building a farm. Randy has 25 feet of material, but the farm is 6 feet by 10 feet. Will Randy have enough material to make a fence that circulates the farm? So it's thinking about real life problems for the math particularly, and being able to apply math and reasoning and thinking to solve those problems. That's an example of a math performance task. A language is like, it's more comprehension and scenario based. So we will do a lot of those examples like in class, and we'll ask the students to do different, we prepare a lot of those examples in class as well for students to get the practice as well. How much is grade 6 class from July to August? Okay, now we can bring up the fees since everybody's asking about the cost. Oh wait, quickly, before you bring it up, I'll just mention quickly. So grade 4 consists of 10% of your overall score. So at the end of grade 6, you'll get a score out of 400, and that's your placement score out of 400. That score out of 400 is your future, and it will determine which school you are going to. So do not sleep on grade 4, because grade 4 is 10% of that score. It's 40 points. That was 40 points? Or is the slide before? So 40 points. So 10% of your score. And that 40 points could be the difference between the school of your dreams and your 5th choice, or your 4th choice, or your 3rd choice. So grade 4 is just as important as grade 5 and grade 6. It's a lot of pressure. I know the ministry is trying to do some adjustments there, but right now, the last time we got a bulletin from the ministry, it was 10% of your grade. Grade 5, just go back one more slide for me. Grade 5 is grade 6 is the most heavily weighted. So grade 5 is 20% and grade 6 is all of 70%. So grade 6 is where you put most of the effort, but you still want to ensure that you start off well. You're about to run a race, so you start off on a good leg in grade 4 and you continue in your driving phase in grade 5 and you carry it home in grade 6. Okay, so that's what we're here to help you with. You can go back now to the can we start in the middle of the month? Yes, you can. You can start at any time. Remember, I said that our classes are all recorded. You can get access to anything that you missed whenever you start. We can prorate it, but remember what I mentioned is that our program is a monthly program. So if you start in the middle of the month, your next payment won't be due to the middle of the next month. So whenever you start, your fee is a month. It takes you to cover a month, right? So regardless of what day you start. We want you to be here from the beginning because you will get the most benefit, and trust me, the work can pile up. If you take a long time to get started, the work can pile up, and then you're trying to cover 30 worksheets in the space of a day. So I'd rather you not have to do that. So begin as soon as possible so you can get started on the preparation work. Now we can go to the cost. Alright. So I mentioned that we do performance tasks in each of the grades. You can scroll to the next 2 or 3 slides. We'll have the cost. The question is, will there be a break in August? Yes, we break in August. We have no live classes in August except for the math marathon, which I mentioned. And the math marathon is for grades 5 and 6. But in August, we still put up work every week. We put up work weekly for 4, 5, and 6 during August. But for 5 and 6, we have a math marathon. So for those, sorry for those on Instagram asking for the cost. For those on TikTok, you can see the cost on the screen. I'm sorry, for those on X, just log into our profile and look for the post on the cost. And, on all the platforms, we have several posts on our social media pages with the cost, so you can look for any one of them. But for grade 4, it's 13,225. And grade 5 is 12,650, and grade 6 is 13,800, and this is for the month, for 1 month. And it gives you access to each of the items I just mentioned, the worksheets, the live classes, the practice papers, the tests, every subject covered, the recording of the class, the schedule of activities, your grades, your reports. It gives you access to all of that. So you are in grade. Oh my, your son still has an outstanding task for grade 4. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, that's gone now. So he will have to, do the grade 5 ones. I'm apologizing for that. Alright, are there any answers to the worksheets? But for sure, we have answers to all of the worksheets. Remember, I mentioned earlier, I think you're a bit late, Christina, that the answers, the worksheets are instantly graded. So everything that we put on the portal, instantly graded. Our worksheets, our tests. The only thing that's not instantly graded is our performance tasks, because as I mentioned, it's problem solving, critical thinking. So we need to see that ourselves, to see that the kids are critically thinking. So those are marked by a teacher. But everything else automatically graded. Guys, even the lessons that they do in class, you know. So I beg you, can you guys bring up one of the lessons? I want them to see the fabulous lessons that we have. Bring up like one of the math ones in week 1. Our lessons, let me tell you, we have some content creators that work with me. They're awesome, you see. It's PowerPoint they take and do these awesome lessons. And when the lessons come out, we put questions in it. We have a software that we can put questions in the PowerPoint. So the kids answer the question in the PowerPoint and they get a grade. They get a grade for doing the lessons. So they get grades for the lessons, so reviewing what we teach in class, also reviewing the worksheets and the tests as well. And all of those things will form a part of their report. So the answers are in the lessons as well. So we get the answers in the worksheets and the answers in the lessons. We don't have any face-to-face classes at all. We're fully online. Can I share the term cost for grade 4? Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry that it's not on the website. I'm going to try and update the website, but I have it on my screen. I'm looking at it right now on my Twitter feed, and also it's on Instagram as well as an Instagram post. So I can ask the team to just share the link with the term costs in Instagram if they can. But the cost will come up in the term cost begins in September. So right now we just have July and August, but we'll definitely share information. Once you register, you're going to get a lot of notifications on what costs for this. Well, not a lot, but we keep you in the loop. One thing I can tell you, we send out feedback every single year to all of our parents. They said, tell us what we did well, tell us how we can improve. And one of the number one things, they say the teachers are awesome, of course, and the classes, but they say our communication is top notch. So we don't leave you wanting for information. We send you WhatsApp messages, we send you emails about what is going on, what is happening, and whether and what's happening in class. So you can see my little feedback bubble there, what the parents love about our programs. Keep going. Alright, so we're trying to bring up the term cost. I think it should be at the end of this slide deck at the end. Are there any face-to-face classes? Is this live session being recorded? Absolutely. We're going to put it up on YouTube when we're finished. Grade 6 does have, yes, the question was, are there performance tasks for grade 6? Yes, we have lots of performance tasks for grade 6. Is CBT for language and math only? Yes. Or does it include social studies and science? It includes social studies and science. We have the computer-based tests, the curriculum-based tests, CBTs, for all the subjects. Can you start in September? Yes, you can start in September. You'll have access to everything we did from July. But remember, the syllabus itself starts in July, so we're not going over what we did in July. We'll continue the syllabus in September. Yes, CBTs for all subjects in grade 6. Remind us when the grade 5 subjects results are usually released. I know it's sometime in the new term, September or October. I am not sure of the specific date. Is it true that the PEP curriculum and schedule changed? I don't see any grade 6 PEP exams for September to December. No, grade 6 never ever had PEP in September to December. The PEP exams start in February every year, so they've never ever had PEP exams in September to December. Great. All of the PEP exams are at the end of the year. Did I have a slide with the schedule? I can try and bring it up, but with the schedule, for those who are on TikTok, if you're seeing my screen, I have an example of what our lesson looks like. Hold on, this thing is blocking my next key. So we put up lessons that look like this on the portal, and I'm going to scroll through until I get to the activity section. So this is an example of a math lesson that we have. And then, as I mentioned, the activities are built in, so we ask the students to complete the activities. Sorry, I'm not writing the correct answer, so forgive me. I'm going to get a big round bang at the end of this. I'm just clicking to show you what happens. So when you do the activity and select the answers, at the end you'll get a grade for the completion of the lesson itself. So the lesson is just what we actually teach in class. So, right, I'll continue with this, but for those who are on Instagram who are not seeing what I'm showing on my screen, is it true that the PEP curriculum is changing? Right, so it is that the ministry recently announced that they are going to add literacy and numeracy to grade 6, but we don't currently have the details of that change. So we're going as business as usual to prepare the students for PEP. Is this info session recorded? Yes. You guys were great with my son. Oh, thank you, Ness. I appreciate that. I read 100% about top-notch communication. Pat yourself on the shoulders, team. We got a nice commendation there. I missed the Saturday class. Time for PEP. Please repeat. The Saturday class is at 10:30 and it ends at 1:30. Alright, so for those on TikTok who are seeing my screen, you see an example, it will tell you which questions you got wrong. I did that on purpose, right? I know the answers. I promise you I know what a square number and an even number is. I promise you. But I did it so that you could see the answers. So this is not a square number, this is not a either. So it gives you what the correct answer is, so the students have a chance to review and see where they went wrong. Alright, how many PEP exams grade 6 currently sits? The grade 6 has ability first, then they do performance tasks for math and language, then they do the curriculum based tests for social studies, science, math and language. So 6 in total. And then grade 5 does 2 performance tasks. So grade 6 has a lot of exams coming up. If you're in grade 6 now, we're gonna mentally take a mental break probably, and then focus on getting ready for ability first, and then the rest of the exams after. But we start the curriculum so that they can be ready for the curriculum based test. But when ability time comes, we add extra hours to the teaching time to focus on ability. Are there any plans to increase the number of contact teaching days in the summer? Just the hours. The hours may increase on Saturday from 4 to start at 3 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock. How well did our students do in the last PEP? Oh, you came on late, boss lady. I was saying earlier that we did really well. A lot of students passed for their first to third choice. So getting into some of the top schools, the number 1 school that our students passed for was Immaculate, and Campion I think was next. When I last checked, that might have changed, but when I last checked, that was the results that we had. Most years Campion is the number 1 school. For all the prior years, Campion was the number 1 school that our students passed for, as in the number of students who passed for the most number of students who passed for 1 school was Campion or Immaculate. But that doesn't necessarily reflect the fact that many students pass for their first choice. So Campion or Immaculate may not have been anybody's first choice, but they passed for their first choice. So we have excellent success stories. We've had at least 5 to 6 government scholarships each year, or 5 to 6 top scholarships among our cohort, including the top girl in Jamaica last year and 2 years before that. How many PEP exams? Oh, did I answer that one already? Anything else on TikTok? I'm not seeing anything else over here. Okay, so let's do our giveaways. Are you guys ready? How many people have on? Let's do our giveaways. So I'm ready to give it away. So the giveaway is gonna be done on TikTok or Instagram. What do you guys think? All right, let's do one on TikTok and one on Instagram, and then depending on how that one goes, I'll decide which one the other one is. So this one is for Instagram, and it's for grade 4. So if you have a student who is registered to go into grade 4 or who wants to register to go into grade 4, we're giving you access to the grade 4 platform from now till December for free if you can answer this question. What is the date and time of the first grade 4 class? The date and the time of the first grade 4 class that we have starting. I'll give you a hint, it starts this weekend. But if you give me the date and the time, I will give you access up to the platform for free from now until December. I'm not seeing the correct answer yet. Alright, so either platform, wherever I see the correct answer, I will take it. So I'm looking at both of them. I'm looking at Instagram, I'm looking at TikTok. I'm not seeing any of the answers yet. Okay, I see the answer. That is Kim Fairrose. Kim Fairrose on TikTok has the correct answer. It is July 5 at 2 p.m. So our grade 4 classes, and I'm surprised that it's Instagram that gave me the answer because we put it up on TikTok. I didn't even put it up on Instagram. But the grade 4 class is held from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on a Saturday and 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on a Sunday. So it starts at 2 p.m. this Saturday, July 5. So the team will reach out to you with Kim_Fairrose. I hope you have a student entering grade 4 because that will really benefit you. Alright, so my next question, and I guess I'll do it on both platforms, so whoever answers first. Who are the 3 grade 5 teachers? Who are the 3 grade 5 teachers that I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation? That's my next question. The 3 grade 5 teachers. Does anybody know their names? It's an easy question, I promise you. Alright, we have... Okay. Kim, you have a student in grade 4 and grade 5? No, Kim. One prize for you, Kim. Alright, we have Jules over on TikTok. Jules has the correct answer. I love this. So Jules has the correct answer over by TikTok. It's Mrs. Mantock, Mr. Mantock, and Miss Mantock. Awesome. Alright, so remember this is for, that was for grade 5. So the 3 grade 5 teachers. So if you have a student who is going into grade 5 in September, I hope, Jules, that applies to you. So I'll have the team reach out to you, and if not, we'll find the next person in line. Alright, my last question now is for grade 6. Remember, this will give you free access to our portal until December. Free access till December for grade 6. My grade 6 parents, are you ready to answer? So this is students entering grade 6. How many classes will we have for grade 6 starting in September? How many different days will we have class for grade 6 starting in September? Alright, Trishella Brown over by TikTok got the correct answer, which is 3. We're going to have Friday, Saturday, and Wednesday. Thank you, Trishella. You got it. So we have our 3 winners. We have, I think it was Jules, Trishella, and Kim Fairrose, who will be getting access to our platform. Okay, let me see. Well, I see Rolly said she answered before Trishella, but on my screen I seen Trishella first, so I have to go check the tape. We have to go do an audit. I'm sorry, Rolly. I'm seeing on my screen I see Trishella first. I see Rolly, I see you third. I see Trishella, then I see Trisha, and then I see Rolly. So I'm not sure, Rolly. I've seen Trishella before you. Maybe it's the internet on your end make you it look like you were first on your screen. Alright, a bonus question. Why? Okay, a bonus question. I don't know. I don't have any more. I don't have anything else to give away. I can give you a Mantock Sky pet cup. I can find a Mantock Sky cup to give away for my next question. If you guys like the free giveaways, I can't. All right, let me think of another question. Okay, I can do 1 month. July only. My team says I can do 1 month. I give away for 1 month for whichever grade answers this. Okay. All right, 1 month giveaway. Let's see. What's the name of our grade 4 teachers? The 2 names, both of the teachers, grade 4 teachers. And you'll get a 1 month access to the grade of your choice. The 2, I need both of their names. In one, put it in one message so I can see. Because if you put one in one line and another in another line, we have to scroll down and check who said what. So I need one message with both of them. Who? On Instagram? Let me see. Okay. Yes. Beautiful Bridget. You're beautiful for true. You have gotten the answer. Beautiful Bridget has the answer. So the team will reach out to you. Their names are Mrs. Jackson Walters and Mrs. Wedderburn. So those are our 2 grade 4 teachers. So thank you so much, everyone, for spending the evening with us. It's clear that when students have access to the right structure, guidance, and encouragement, encouragement, amazing things will happen. So register if you haven't registered already. So everybody who won a prize a while ago, you have to register. You can't get the prize unless you register. So register on our website. It's free to register. You don't have to pay to register. It's free, and you get access to the first week of content. Even if you didn't win the giveaway a while ago, everybody here online and in the world can get access to our first week of content for free. So that's July week 1. You can get access to the content only, but not the classes. So we will give you access to the content only for free for the first week, so you can see what the content is in the portal for July week 1. And then if you want to join the classes though, you have to be registered and paid to be able to access the classes. So everybody here can register. Just go on our site, register, look what it's all about, and if you are so inclined, you can continue with the program by making a payment. And once you register, the payment options will be sent to you right away. So let's give our children the tools they need to rise, succeed, and shine. PEP Success starts with Mantock's Guide, and it continues with our high school program, Extra Academy. So have a great evening. We hope to welcome you and your child soon. We didn't do any giveaways for Extra Academy. Let me do our Extra Academy giveaway. Alright, name one of the Extra Academy teachers and you can get access to the grade of your choice for Extra Academy. And we'll do it to give it to the first 2 persons. If you want access to our high school math classes and you can name one of our high school math class teachers, you can get access for the first term, up to the first term. Nobody answering those ones. Alright, Fed Up with Words. She has given us the name of one of our teachers, and D. Chrissy Cand. So those 2 persons have gotten on Instagram, Fed Up with Words and D. Chrissy _ Cand. D _ Chrissy _ Cand. Our Extra Academy teachers are Mr. Mantock, Mrs. Abdullah, and Mr. Lewis. Alright, so thank you guys. Have a great evening. We hope to welcome you and your child to our lovely program. Blessings and love. I'm Jillian Jackson, COO of Intellect Systems, who operates those 2 platforms, Mantock's Guide and Extra Academy. And I look forward to seeing you online, so register mantocksguide.com, highschoolextraacademy.com. See you soon.